Disclaimer. We are unqualified and unapologetic. We are not professionals. We are not doctors. We are not therapists or mental health experts. Just a real couple living real life. So take what works, leave what doesn't. Let's do this.
Sessions and lessons unscripted. Say it twice so you don't forget it. Hey! Session lessons unscripted. Hit record, let the mess get edited in my head.
What's up, everyone? Don't get fresher than this. Hello, everybody. It's your buddy Joel, host of Sessions and Lessons Unscripted. And over there, it's Gloria.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
What's up, Gloria?
Nothing.
How are you?
I'm okay. Nothing to complain about.
Well, we can complain, right?
Do we want to? Oh, no. My pony.
Oh, she lost her pony. Oh.
Don't cooperate with me.
Show the fine people what you're doing. Like, what is that? Your pony. She found these things. I have one, too. I have, what is this?
A little T-Rex, I
I don't know
think.
if I can show. Hold on, let me get a close-up of this. Can you guys see that? And then, hold on, I'll show you, there's glows. You got a unicorn.
Yeah, but it's not choosing to stay, which is irritating.
That's life.
Yeah.
Deal with it. So how is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing awesome. I'm doing okay. No, I'm doing all right. I'm, like you said, I can't complain. I mean, I can, but
We don't want to hear it.
what's the dad joke / like old man saying? I could complain, but nobody's gonna listen. Or I don't know how that goes.
Something like that.
I'm old, but I'm not that old.
He's old.
She's pretty old.
No, I'm not.
She's 6 years younger than me, but she's still kind of old. Look at her.
I wouldn't. I will
Look
not.
at my youthful self.
I will not indulge you today.
Anyways, so tell the people how you are, Gloria. How you play with your unicorn. Explain what a unicorn. Look at her.
I'm trying to make that stay, and it won't.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna have to crazy.
People out there don't care about the unicorn.
I care about my
They
unicorn.
care about Gloria. So how is Gloria?
Gloria is a-okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining. That's it. I'm okay.
No, I don't have anything new to report. I mean, what can I tell you guys about?
Yeah, what can you tell us?
Oh,
See, she thought of something.
no, I did. Last Friday, I had my brothers on as guests, glowing off script. Oh my God, I almost forgot my podcast name.
Actually, that was a really good episode. If you guys want to go check that out, it was really good. You know, I didn't think they had it in them, and they came through.
They did.
My brother-in-laws,
Brother-in-law.
plural.
Brothers-in-law? Brother?
Oh, there we go. I think that's the way to say it, right? Brothers-in-law,
My brother.
not brother-in-laws.
No, brother is one.
That's such a
brother.
Chicago way of saying stuff.
Yeah.
Like instead of jewel, the jewels.
Jewel.
Gotta add the
The S. Illinois.
Illinois.
We don't pronounce the S.
No. Isn't it technically Illinois? If the way it's like in French? I don't know.
French.
You know that Chicago means stinky onion in some kind of Native American tongue, right?
Yeah, and
Or
Chicago.
smelly field or something like
something
that.
like that. No,
For all you people there, you geographical nerds.
no, fun fact, Chicago is pronounced Chicago. Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago. You know, it's funny. People say I have an accent and I don't hear it. That people from Chicago have accents. I don't hear it. It's like, where are you from?
Chicago.
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 Let me talk to my man.
Me, in the front room.
in the front room.
The front room. Do you actually see front room? I've never said that before.
I said both.
Never in my life.
Really? You never said front room?
No, we just
Front.
say, we just
Well,
say
front room, not front room. Front room.
French room.
Front room.
We used to call it the sala,
Well, yeah, that's in Spanish. The sala.
living rooms. But yeah, we never call it the French room or front room or whatever.
You know why they call it a living room, right? That's kind of morbid.
Why?
If you notice, and I don't know, I mean, this is just in Chicago, right? I know I've lived in apartments like back in the day where the living room, there was like the front of the living room, like where the window is, it was like almost like a bay window situation. So the reason why living rooms were shaped like that in these old brown buildings back in the city was because when someone in your family passed away, that's where they'd have the wake. That's where they would put the body. So that's why they call it a living room.
I
See?
never knew that.
Even though it's not a living person there, it's a dead person. But anyways, that's why if you go into some of the apartment, like especially the older like brownstone type buildings and stuff like that, the way they're shaped, they're shaped almost like not like a octagon, but like a bay window almost, like the front of it.
Well, like our window.
No, yes and no, but that's just a window. I'm talking about the whole room is shaped like that.
Oh, okay.
Like the shape of the room, like the front room, it is the front of it shaped like that, and that's because that's where the body would be laid out. See, you learned something new today, didn't you?
I could have gone without knowing that.
But that's why they call it a living room.
Well, thank you for sharing that useless knowledge.
But we're Chicagoans, so we call them front rooms.
Chicago.
All right, so yeah, they say we have an accent. I don't see it. I was talking. Huh? Go ahead.
No, when I went to Texas, my cousins told me that I had an accent. I don't hear it.
I don't hear it either. A couple friends of mine got accents, and they're like from the East Coast. I like listening to them talk.
Park the car.
You know who you are. No, they're awesome. Let's see. And then we were talking one time about like in Chicago, there's like these unwritten rules that you have to follow. Like for one thing, no ketchup on hot dogs ever.
Ooh, excuse me, guys.
Are you all right over there?
No.
All righty then. Anyways.
No, I'll put ketchup on hot dogs at home.
Well, if it's like a
No, it's just a regular hot dog.
yeah, if it's a Chicago style dog, you don't ketchup
No.
shouldn't not be near it at all ever.
No, what was the name of the Gino, or what was it? The
We
one.
won't name any names because we're not sponsored by anyone.
Well,
yet.
this one popular place in.
and out just outside of the city. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I don't like their French fries.
I will fight you on that one. They have fresh cut fries and they're awesome.
They're soggy. I can't do soggy fries, man.
They are awesome.
No.
Although one pet peeve of mine when it comes to that place, and some of you guys that are from our area might know who we're talking about. But they put, well, you figure when they pack the hot dog up, they put it in the wrap, right? They put the fries with it. The fries, then they just throw it right on top of the hot dog, and they wrap the thing up, and then they give it to you, right? They bag it, and there you go. And then you open it up, and then the fries are sitting right on top. I always take the fries out or put them off to the side, eat the fries, and then the hot dog, whatever. Some people think you eat the whole thing like that. I don't. That's not how you do it, people. You don't leave the fries in the hot dog. they're only there because they got nowhere else to go.
No, I always give my fries to my brothers. I can't.
That's
I know.
no, that's unbelievable to me.
It is what it is, I guess.
Fresh cut fries, and she throws them away
They're soggy.
like garbage.
I can't.
They're not that soggy.
They're soggy.
They're not excuse me. They're not crispy.
I'm not too fond of McDonald's fries anymore.
Oh,
either.
we're never gonna get sponsored by them now.
No.
Doesn't matter. I'll keep my opinions to myself.
I won't.
Anyway, why the hell are we talking about all this stuff? We were trying to see how everybody out there was doing. Oh, because you shortchanged them on how you were doing.
Oh, because I have nothing to report. The only fun thing that happened is that my mom came over and she made us mole.
Well, you did your show with your brothers.
That
fun.
was the day that we kind of snuck away from my mom and the wife and the children. Yeah, I stole them for a little bit, and we came downstairs and recorded, so it was actually pretty cool. Yep. This week's episode is going to be me, and I'm going to be talking about guilt trips.
Guilt trips. Sounds interesting.
Oh, it is. It's connected to the show from when my brothers visited, so.
Yeah, because someone I was talking to that listened to the show was making, they were making, I'm just having a blank right now. We were discussing it, and they were mentioning something along those lines. So I think that's great that you're doing like a follow-up.
Yeah, I think we kind of didn't have enough time to kind of break down the story and how.
Oh, I mean that.
It was a long show.
Well, it wasn't that long. I mean, it was a little longer than normal, but
Yeah.
it didn't feel like it. And
No, it
then
didn't.
it was. I mean, they'll be on again, of course,
Oh,
at some point. But yeah, I mean, you can just go super in depth into that stuff
Yeah, but
for sure.
yeah, for sure this Friday it'll just be me again by myself, and I'm gonna kind of touch on some subjects and stuff related to the conversation. So hopefully you guys had time to listen to the episode.
Yeah, and if not, go over to your streaming services and check it out. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And I was sitting here.
Yeah.
I was sitting here directing and producing, and I ended up listening to it again. I mean, as a spectator, I guess. And
Well,
I really enjoyed it. It was really
different
good.
when we're recording the show and you're producing it and I'm like hosting it, but listening to it, it's like a different perspective. I know, like, we know what we talked about, but as I'm listening to the stories or whatever, I'm like, oh man, I should have brought this up, or I could have said this, but yeah, very fun, very interesting. So just check it out.
Yes, go check it out. Seriously, it was really good. There was something I was going to address or say, and I don't remember now. That's what happens when you get my age. So now you get to entertain people while I remember. Just
Hi,
kidding.
everybody.
Do a puppet show or something.
I have my trusty pumpkin.
Oh, she has her pumpkin.
I did, and you know what? I've been playing with it so much, it doesn't have a face anymore.
You rubbed the face off of the pumpkin?
Yeah, you can still kind of see where the stickers were, but yeah, I did. It's because I stretch it. You're not supposed to stretch it. You're supposed to squeeze it.
That's kind of the same difference.
No.
Yeah, you're
This is squishing.
okay. You're squishing it, which in turn is stretching it.
This is stretching it.
Well, now you ruined it.
Yeah, that's how the sticker came off.
People, you see what I got to deal with here. It's still being stretched. When you're squeezing it, it stretches. Am I right?
Sure.
Cheapo,
Yeah.
chime in, please. Tell Gloria she's wrong.
Anyways,
She hates being
how was your
wrong.
week?
She hates being wrong. My week was all right. Oh, I remember what I was going to ask you. If you had any wins. That's a big thing with me lately, or, well, I would say lately, but you try to think of because people always focus on the bad stuff, right? And all the negative stuff. You don't take a second to think about the wins, like what went right, what cool stuff happened to you, what nobody focuses on that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get better at that, So what about you? What would you say is a win this week?
Well, one of the wins is that I guess I don't know if it's a win or not, but I'm gonna take it as a win. My mom complimented me on my weight loss, which is like
I'd say that's a win.
that is a win.
That means someone's noticing, and you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, we got quite a few compliments this weekend. We haven't seen my family in a while, and they were kind of surprised.
Yeah, people have been coming up to me and telling me that, and I think that's one of the reasons why my self-esteem's getting better, or my confidence is getting better, because I'm losing the weight, and I'm I don't know. It's I can get into this whole long thing about that, but maybe another time. But
It
Right.
definitely like kind of gave me a little bit of a boost. Like,
Like
oh, I'm
confidence.
doing the right thing. I'm going in the right direction.
and I keep telling you that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just like,
And
but we're both hard-headed.
no,
so,
my allergies have been good too. That's a win.
so that's another,
Yeah.
yeah, because you get them really bad.
I mean, I'm still a little swollen, like on my nose and a little bit like around my cheekbones, but it's coming down. So
You look fantastic.
those are my wins. I guess I'm losing weight, and I've gotten positive feedback from my mom, which is like the hardest thing to get. My mom doesn't give compliments out very freely, so if she says something, it's actually a good thing, I guess.
Good on you, Mrs. Rosario. For me, I would say my wins for this week, I didn't choke anyone.
We're both out of prison.
No, we're not. I take that back. No, there were some. I'm gonna be 110% honest with you guys. I'm always like that. I'm not never gonna BS you. So I did have some kind of scary moments. There was I had a panic. Well, I started to have a panic attack. I don't have them as often as I used to, but once in a blue moon I'll have them, and I was getting one. I was able to kind of fight it off and bounce back pretty well, actually. So I'm grateful for that. I call that a win.
That's an awesome win.
What else? Oh, people always, not always, but I've heard, because I wrote a book, I put it out. I don't, for those of you out there that are self-publishers, or you wrote books before, whatever, the writing the book is like the easy part. The marketing of the book and trying to sell it
It's
is
a
the
different story.
hard part.
Yeah.
So, and I get that, right? I understand that it could be difficult, especially if you're not known at all. I'm not known. So yeah, I've been working really hard on that kind of stuff. Although, back to the point I was trying to make, I don't like to. I know you have to sell things and put yourself out there and all of that stuff. I get it. I don't want to like be a spammer, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? I don't want to overstep my bounds.
Yeah.
But people are like, well, no, you do it because I mean, you gotta sell it, but like, posting on other people's stuff and talking about it, like if I'm in a meeting or something, I don't really talk about it because I'm not there for that. You know what I'm saying?
There's
I'm
a
not
time
there.
and a place for everything.
There's a time and a place for everything. Yeah, I get it, but I don't know. But some people are saying that's not the way to go. It's like you're kind of holding yourself back doing that or whatever. Anyways, the win is I reached out to another bookstore.
I'm excited about it.
There was a couple here in the city I contacted. I never heard back. I contacted this other one, not just recently, and I'm waiting to hear back from them. But I'm a little excited about it. It's not very far from our house, so it's like really close. And I don't know. We'll see if they get back to me or not. If they do, they do great. If not, that's fine. I just move on. You know what I mean?
I think it'd be cool though if we can go and actually like check it out personally, and then maybe talk to the owner.
Well, not even because I'm trying to get my book in there or whatever, but
No, just to check it out. 'cause
but
in
from
general,
what it's a place that Gloria and I would actually go
I would
to.
love it.
Yeah, it's very. I guess it's a little quirky.
It's eclectic. It's an eclectic bookstore.
And the owner supposedly is a super nice guy, and he's a cartoonist and an author as well, and so he decided one day to just open a store for indie authors. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, but I'd call it a win
Yeah,
because I
that's
actually put
definitely a
myself
win.
out there.
Yep, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, my love.
Yes.
All right, so today we were talking about mental health and how did I even put this? Hold on. And how it relates now versus like in the 80s and 90s, like how it's viewed. Because I think it is accepted more nowadays, but not really. It's more accepted now, or people know about it more than they used to. Would you agree to that?
I don't think that it wasn't known back then. I think it wasn't talked about as much.
That's kind of what I mean.
Yeah, it wasn't talked about.
But
as
then there's
much,
also the
and-
stigma on mental health too, right?
Yeah, I remember growing up and being depressed, and my mom's like, "What do you know about life? You're just a kid. You can't be depressed."
Hmm.
Little did she know that it actually, it could happen in any age, especially if it runs in your genes and stuff.
See, that's another conversation we can have. Maybe not now, but like there's a cultural thing there too. Like Gloria and I are Latinos, and being brought up in a Latino household is, there's that. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
So, and that's not to make excuses for
No.
people or anything like that.
Our cultures are different than, a lot of people who were born here. I mean, we were born here, but you know what I mean.
The culture, right? The way you're brought up. So, yeah, we were talking about that and how is viewed, the view of mental health, like now versus back then. So, thought we would go through some stuff and discuss. Are you guys down for that?
Sounds good.
Are you down for that, Mrs. Rosario?
See.
For you, of those of you that don't know, sí means yes in Spanish.
I'm sure 99% of people out there know what C means.
And then there's this one word that in English and Spanish she doesn't like. No.
No, that's not in my vocabulary.
Sure ain't. She's a rebel.
No.
I love her though. Glad I signed up for this.
He did.
Sure did.
Sucker.
I'm paying for it now too, literally.
Yeah. both mentally and financially.
Don't bring up
Anyways, no.
finances.
Let's move on.
Don't bring that up. All right. So, like I said, we're gonna go through. We're gonna discuss the way mental health is viewed now versus the 80s and 90s, which were great times. I loved it. Great times. I didn't have a mortgage.
No responsibilities, no
have
mortgage. Man, was I stupid. I wanted to grow up and live on my own.
Man, I'm
The
telling
hell
you,
was I thinking
if you knew then what you know now, oh my gosh.
I would have stayed a kid longer and not probably done half the stuff that I did.
Isn't that something like when you're a kid, you're, man, I can't wait till I get older. And then when you're older, man, I wish I was a kid again.
I
Yeah.
remember I used to hate to take naps. Like I always thought it was like a waste of time as a kid even as a teenager or young adult or whatever. But now it's like,
She's the nap queen.
oh man, I crave naps.
You know what though? I'm starting to come around. I'm kind of liking naps too.
He is.
Sure am. Before I didn't like taking naps, but now it's like I don't care. It's because I'm an old man. Anyways. All right, so we'll go through the first talking point. Then versus now. In the 80s and 90s, how often did you hear adults openly talk about anxiety or depression versus now, where it's almost daily conversation?
We never talked about it really. Like,
Same. See, and then when it did come up, at least for, and I'm just speaking for myself, and you can chime in too, obviously,
right.
it was never discussed. And if you did show any kind of like sadness, depression, anything like that, you were looked like, what do you have to be sad about? What do you have to cry about? You don't know what you're talking about. It was always talked. You were always told to suppress it, basically, right? At least that's my experience.
Well, in my case, it was a little bit different. My mom was a little bit, I guess, when I first started to show signs of depression, I must have been like second or third grade. Like I started showing symptoms of depression like at a really young age. And, you know, going through the things that I had gone through and just you know, that's when my parents separated. So like I remember I would see my mom crying like after the divorce was like final, and I remember that she was always sad, and like I would hear her crying and just you know, as a little kid you don't know what's going on. You know, I was barely in kindergarten when all that stuff happened, you know, and I just didn't understand what was going on. But I remember just hearing my mom cry and just seeing her depressed. And as a kid, you know, you want to make her feel better. And I would just ask her, like, you know, what's wrong? Or why are you crying? Why are you sad? I try to give her, like, little Rainbow Bright stickers to make her feel better. You know, but as a little kid, you don't understand, like, what's going on. But as I got older, even when I was, like, in second or third grade when I got, like, diagnosed, the teachers were kind of concerned because I was, like, a withdrawn. So they started sending me to the school social worker, and then that's like, she's a little young, but she's depressed. And my mom's like, what the hell? Like, what kind of emo kid do I have? You know, but it was, I started showing severe signs of depression like the older that I got. So, I mean, my mom had no choice but to get involved because the school was already involved at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But, it was always, oh, you don't have anything to be depressed about. I give you everything. You know, you have a roof over your head. You have food on the table. You have toys. You have everything. Like, what more can you possibly, like, you don't know anything about life. You're not depressed. So while she acknowledged it and she had to do things to kind of get me better, forcibly by school, not by choice, because if it would have been by her choice, she would have just been like, Smiler, I'm going to give you something to be depressed about,
Yeah, the whole I'll give you something to cry about.
Right,
Yeah.
And it's not because my mom was like mean or anything. It's just like I said, it's a cultural thing. So in our culture, like in the Latin, especially like the Mexicans, we don't acknowledge depression. We tend to be like a happy, like go lucky, life is life and death is death, and we celebrate death. And I mean celebrate death. We have the Day of the Dead and all these celebrations to celebrate death and commemorate people. So it's different in our culture. We've learned to smile through our tears, and that's kind of what it's been like growing up. I mean, think about where our lineage comes from. The Aztecs and all that. Like they were warriors, and that's kind of basically what you're taught. You don't cry, you don't show emotions, you just smile and move on. And it's like, that's not very healthy either.
No, not at all.
No.
But I think as time goes on, people are getting better with it. Even like I know my mom. I mean, she's completely different now than she was back then.
Right.
I mean, the views have changed, and I mean, everyone's allowed to change their opinions or their thoughts on things or whatever. But yeah, it's I mean, I think it's people are more aware of it now. All right. So the next one, actually, we kind of just touched on it. Growing up, did you ever hear phrases like "man up," "shake it off," "stop crying"? How did you think that shape how we deal with emotions today? Which is a good question. We were just talking about that. I know for me, it was, what are you crying about? Stop crying. What do you have to be depressed about? Why are you sad? Knock it off. You have a roof over your head, food. That you have no reason to complain or, be
we
sad.
provide everything for you.
Yeah.
Your only job and worry is to go to school and get grades. Like that was your only job, But I will say that my mom was a little bit aware of depression and like kind of, I guess, mental issues. I don't want to get too much into it, but my dad in his side of the family, he deal a lot with like depression and all sorts of things.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think that in the Latino community, mental health issues run rampant.
Oh,
it's
they
like
do.
it is an issue, and it doesn't really more times than not it never gets addressed because of the culture, right? Like, oh, that's just how they are. Or that's, you have nothing to be depressed about, So, I mean, people really don't talk about that. I personally, and I mean, I'm no expert by any means, but I think in the Latino community, that is a big issue.
No, and it is too, because like I said, my mom kind of was already aware of like depression and that it ran rampant on, his side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
I think my mom just had a hard time accepting that as a kid that young, you're aware of like what sadness is. And I think it wasn't so much that my mom didn't want to accept it. I guess she just had a hard time wrapping her brain around like how can a kid so young like develop depression? Like what do you know as a kid, But my depression led me to do a lot of negative things throughout my life, There was a drug use. I ran away from home a bunch of times when I was like young. And I'm talking like fourth grade, third grade. You know, when I told, I don't know if I talked about it on here or on my show, but how I convinced like 3 or 4 kids to run away with me.
Oh yeah, you did
Yeah.
talk about that.
So long story short, we had read My Side of the Mountain in elementary school, and I was convinced. I was like, man, I can do this. I can run away and just live in the woods, you know? What do you know at fourth, fifth grade?
Live in the woods like a Sasquatch,
Like a savage.
like a Bigfoot.
No, but
Gloria the Bigfoot.
anyway, so long story short, I eventually got caught. I was the last one out of the group, and only because I turned myself in, because I was like, I can't survive by myself. They caught the other 3 or 4 kids like really quick, and I was a little bit more aware of life, and I hid, and I saw like my teachers, the principal, and the police officers walking around looking for me. And finally, I just came out from out of the bushes and just walked into school, you know, like, okay, I'm here, you know? And everybody was so relieved to see me, but that's when they started pressuring my mom, like, you know, your kid,
There's something up.
there's something up with her. You need to. They got DCFS involved. It was this whole big thing, kind of. Yeah, I was there for. So what it was at a local hospital. I think it was Lutheran General that they took me to. It's in Montpras. I don't know, but it's somewhere out there. And they had a children's psych ward, and they put me there. I was with a bunch of kids around my age. I was one of the younger ones at like 10 or 11, I think. And the oldest were like 15, 16-year-olds. And it was just a bunch of therapy sessions and a bunch of like medications and stuff. While I was there, they did put me on like Prozac and all sorts of medications. And this was more new around that time.
Yeah.
You know, especially for kids. They started prescribing like antidepressants for kids, and they put me on Prozac.
That's actually what I'm on right now.
Yeah, but as a kid, it just zombied me out. Like I was non-reactive to a lot of stuff. I didn't like the medication, so until I was done with like the whole psychiatry thing and social worker thing, I told my mom that I wanted to stop the medication, and she's like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yes, I don't want to be on this. I don't feel good." So she took me off of it, you know, and then that led me to get depressed again.
And then you went elsewhere to treat it.
Yeah, I started doing drugs and substances and all sorts of stuff to kind of deal with it. But that was when I got a little bit older, obviously. But yeah, it's something that I've struggled with throughout my whole life. And, you know, one of my other brothers suffers from depression as well. It's just something that we've always dealt with. And as we've gotten older, we've been a lot more open to talking. You know, there was another point in my life, again, where I had the head injury, and we've talked about that before. Then my depression was, like, out of control for, like, that whole time. Even when we started dating, I was still kind of dealing with, like, the depression and stuff. But that wasn't something that I can control. It was something that was happening in my brain, because your brain panics when you have a head injury, and especially a severe head injury. Your brain knows it's hurt, so it's trying to compensate, and you're
Well, it's trying to protect you.
right.
Yeah.
And it just releases all sorts of things because it doesn't know what the hell's going on. You're confused, you're off balance, and all of that. So, I had severe depression. I've never had depression like that bad before or since. I mean, I have had depression, but not. I wanted to unalive myself, and I think that's when I started to open up to my family. I've never talked about like my depression with my family, but that was the point where I was like, I need help. And for me to ask for help, you have to know that that took a lot for me, and that I had to be in a dire situation to reach out to someone, to reach out to my family. And then I guess now we talk about depression a lot more openly. Now my mom is like, yeah, you guys are depressed.
She's kind of coming around.
Yeah, she's been coming around for a long time, because she realizes like, oh,
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
She experienced depression. She has experienced depression, but I guess it's kind of like, again, she didn't want to acknowledge it, or just like, if I keep moving, I'm not gonna feel anything, and that's kind of the attitude that I have, which is kind of good, but not good because you're not addressing the situation.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So in the 90s, going to therapy was often seen as something being wrong with you. Today, it's almost seen as a sign of self-awareness. When did that shift happen for you?
I think I was always self-aware about it, just because I've always been more alert and awake than kids my age. I mean, think about it. I was, running a household
Yeah.
while my mom had to work, and I started when we were little, like I said, and I've said before, my brothers would help me with laundry, and we were so small that I would have one end and the other one would have the other end, and we would kind of drag it downstairs, So, I've always been more alert and aware, especially at that age, of things, and I just knew that it was part of my life and a part of like who I was. I never really like questioned it, I guess, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I've always accepted it, And my mom told me from an early age, about my dad and his mental issues and all of that. But so I kind of already was aware. So for me, it's always been something that's just been there.
All right. Well, for me, I mean, when I was younger, I did, not to get into super detail, but when I was going through, I was starting to rebel. And I know at one point they started taking me to a therapist to see what's wrong with me, basically. So I do remember going to therapy when I was young, but that didn't stick. And then, of course, I just said, I'm out of here, and I left. And not until just, and then and in my adulthood, I have tried to go to therapy, and for whatever reasons, I just stopped going. And until recently, I started going again. So I started seeing, I was going to therapy, and then I got a psychiatrist. So I've been talking to them. They adjusted my medicine a little bit, and I'm in the middle of still working on that kind of stuff. So, I've always been kind of aware of my situation and having to deal with it, and so I mean it's always been kind of on the table, if that makes any sense. So, but I mean, people need to realize that mental health is just as important as physical health.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say mental health's more important, because face it, if you're not there mentally, if you're not sharp, if you're not all there, you're not going to make the best decisions for yourself.
No, not at all. And another thing you have to like kind of keep in mind is like, if you don't treat the symptoms and you just put a Band-Aid over it, you're not doing yourself any service.
You're not doing anything.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
And I've had control over my depression for a really long time, until recently, like I've mentioned it before. Depression kind of snuck back into my life after my grandma passed. And I haven't had depression like that in a while. It wasn't as bad as when I had my head injury, but because I'm aware of like the symptoms and the signs and stuff, I guess it's kind of like, it's bad, but it's not like life shattering, I guess, if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that I have to function, I have to get up, I have to do things, and like I said, that's a struggle sometimes when you're depressed.
Absolutely. All right. So moving on. Back then, a lot of behaviors went unlabeled. Now we have terms like anxiety disorders, ADHD, burnout. Do you think having labels helps, or do we sometimes over-label normal struggle?
Definitely over label.
Yeah, I would think I would agree with that. People are just this may what do they call these hot takes when you say stuff that might be a little controversial. And I'm not a guy that likes to start controversy or conspiracy or anything like that. But to be quite honest, I think nowadays people throw some of these terms too loosely. I mean, I have ADHD. It's like a lot of this TikTok / social media self-diagnosis stuff. Guys, if seriously, go see a professional. Don't go on. Okay, if you like myself, and I'm just going to talk about me. I suspected that I had attention deficit disorder. So because you always know if something's wrong, right? When you're not feeling right, you go get it looked at or checked. Don't self-diagnose. Don't go to Google and say,
Google will have
okay,
you
I was
thinking that
sad
you're
today.
dying.
I was sad today, so now
I
yeah.
have typhoid.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I dislike about this day and age and with social media and all that stuff, because people are just throw things around like, oh, I'm autistic. Oh, I'm
Depressed.
I'm manic depressive. I have this. I have ADHD. Unless a professional kind of looks at you and goes through the whole thing and diagnoses you with that, then you can't really be going around saying that. And that kind of irks me a little bit. Oh, I'm on the spectrum. Okay. Says who? It says you or says a professional?
No, I guess it's become kind of like a thing to label yourself. Like, oh,
I guess.
I'm like schizophrenic, or I'm so like ADHD, or, But I find that annoying too.
So please, people, if you or you know anyone who is going through some kind of something, go professional. Don't do. There's no home remedy. You can't rub Vicks on it, just like the Latinos like to rub Vicks on everything. It's like, you're not feeling well. Here, rub Vicks on it. Rub
Yeah.
this ointment that I can't
Paparu.
pronounce.
Or what is that? Sana colita de rana. Si
Yeah,
no sanas hoy, sanarás mañana.
which loosely translated means heel frog butt. Isn't that what it means?
Yeah, sana, which means heel.
Heel
Uh-huh. Colita de rana, which is
frog butt.
frog butt. Si no sanas hoy,
And if it doesn't heal you today,
sanarás mañana.
you'll get healed tomorrow.
Yeah.
See, there you go. You guys learned some Spanish today. heel frog butt.
I remember that my grandma used to say that to us sometimes, like when we would like fall.
Hmm.
She'd be like, "You're okay." And as a kid, you're so dramatic, throwing yourself on the floor, like, "Ah, it hurts." And then she'd say that rhyme, and then you'd be all better.
It was one of those little cutesy
Yeah.
things to say
It
when you
doesn't
got
make
hurt.
sense. It doesn't make sense in
It
English.
absolutely makes no sense. I'll heal you with a frog butt. Yeah. That's what we had to deal with growing up. Well, that's more of a Mexican thing, though. I don't think we did that.
No.
No, the frog
You guys
butt.
would just get coquetazos.
Cocotazos, yeah.
Cocotazos.
Chancletazo. Everything was a tasso.
Tasso.
Chancletazo, cocotazo. Anyways, let's move on, shall we? All right, so in the 80s and hold on. In the 80s and 90s, did schools ever talk about mental health beyond maybe a guidance counselor compared to today where kids have mental health days and programs? I don't recall them ever talking about mental health. Ever.
We did. Maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was a public school thing because we did. They would tell us, like, oh, if you don't feel happy or if you're sad, you can go talk to Mrs. Such and she's a social worker, blah, blah, blah.
Well, even though I went to a private school, I know, I mean, if there was something wrong, they did have,
Counselors and stuff.
I guess, like teachers were the counselors basically, but you'd have someone to talk to. Because I vaguely remember when I was in grade school having to talk to a teacher like that. Because
Yeah.
I was having issues, and one of the teachers, I guess, was counseling me. So I do remember that. But it wasn't like now.
No, it's, to tell you the truth, I've always seen social workers, like, since I can remember. And again, I was diagnosed at a really young age, so even through high school and like elementary school, I would always see the social worker at least once a week or twice a week, depending on how I was doing.
Was that on purpose or?
Well, I didn't request it, but the school required it.
Oh, they wanted you to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Taking medication for mental health used to be whispered about. Now it's openly discussed. Do you think society is more accepting or just more dependent?
I think it's more accepted now. I mean, you have your anti-vaxxers that are like anti-medication and stuff, but I think that it's more common to see people on medications for it.
Mm-hmm.
People are a lot more open about it. It's not something to be ashamed about, and it's not something that you can control. So I think a lot of people kind of have come to terms and realize that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more help now than I think there's ever been. It's just a matter of insurance and paying for it, which is the hard part.
I'm going to go out. I shouldn't even say go out on a limb, but I will say I believe it's both. I believe that it is more accepted now, like you're saying. I believe that. I agree with you. But I think in this day and age, I think we're kind of being more dependent on medicating things instead of dealing with it and healing, right? And I'm going to speak again about myself. So I have been diagnosed with mixed anxiety and depression disorder. I have been depressed a good chunk of my life, I guess, and still struggle with it to this day. I do take medication. I do go to psychiatrists and therapy and stuff like that. But I know right now I'm doing a lot of this self-improvement, self-work, and
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think kind of it might be expensive to go to like a psychiatrist, a social worker, or a therapist. Anything is expensive nowadays.
well,
So
yeah.
I think that there's a lot more tools out there that kind of help you to kind of learn to have the coping skills.
I agree.
There's apps out there. There's Facebook groups. There's so many different, avenues now that there wasn't before, to where it's accessible, but you have to have cash for it, which is like the crappy part, And with the insurance, and not everybody gets covered, and it's just you get one or two visits, and it's just like that doesn't do much. You have to do kind of part of the footwork too. You have to want to be better and feel better.
Right, exactly. And that's kind of what I was going to get at. Like, I know for me, one thing that is helping me is doing all of this stuff, because you got to have to want to get better, right? that's why I mean people are getting too dependent on drugs and all that other stuff because you take it and then that's it. It's like you still live the same life, you still have the same bad habits, you still have the same bad mindset. If you don't change that stuff, if you don't work on your mindset, your attitude, you know, if you don't put in it's you can't take a magic pill and no one can just kind of sprinkle happy dust on you and all that stuff goes away. That's not how it works.
No, and the thing is too is like you have people like me who do deal with depression, and for me, I've been really honest and open about my drug use. You know, I haven't used anything in a really long time. But I will say that when depression hits me hard, it's always a temptation. And that's where my self-work and self-worth comes into play. You know,
Right.
you have to realize that, and this is going to suck for me to say, but you're the common denominator in all of the issues in your life. So you have to kind of learn to recognize the signs that these are my triggers. This is what sets me off. What can I do to kind of redirect my negative or my bad behaviors? You know, the first thing I did was I reached out to people. You know, I talked to Joel. I even talked to my mom. You know, which is really hard for me to do. I've been very open and honest with you guys, and you know, on my podcast, I haven't gotten into it yet, but eventually I will get into it. It sucks, you know, so you have to, like I said, you're the common denominator in all of your problems, in all of your relationships, in all of your shortfallings, in all of your, even when you achieve things.
I think you got to take some responsibility. You got to.
And it has to start from there. You know, you have to take personal responsibility. Is it the people that you're hanging around with? Is it the people that you're in a relationship with? Is it family members? You have to learn to recognize your symptoms and the signs that you're gonna like crash out. And you have to be the one to kind of remove yourself and remove them from your circle. You
Right.
know? You are only as good as the people that you keep around you. So if you keep the people around you that keep you in that cycle, it's just redundant to take medication and, you know, go through this cycle and not fix anything, you know? But that's just my opinion, though.
That is a very good opinion, in my opinion. All right. We didn't grow up with social media because we're old. Do you think today's openness about mental health is genuine or influenced by people sharing for validation?
I think it's a little of both. I would say it's a little of both.
I agree. I think it's kind of a two-edged sword, right? Because with the, like you said, there's Facebook and the socials where you can go find like-minded people or people that are going through the same things you are.
We did.
Yeah, and but then you do have those people that are doing stuff for attention and validation, right? And back to the whole like mindset and attitude and all of that stuff. People want to the term that just popped into my head is sit in their own filth, right?
Right.
And expect people to just kind of like, oh, it's okay, whatever. No, that's not how it works. It's like you just want, oh yeah, you're always pointing the finger at other things, people, places, and then you want people to just validate it so you don't have to put the work in and try to help yourself. Now, it doesn't mean that you helping yourself is going to get you out of it, but it's like,
it's a start.
at least you're putting your arm out, you're extending your arm, and then that'd be like you just sitting there, and then they're standing over you wanting to help you, and you don't extend the arm.
Yeah, I've said that so many times before that asking for help and getting help is more than just saying help me and then just throwing your hands up in the air. You're not going to accomplish anything by that. You know, it's so much easier to kind of find a solution, even if it's a short term solution. You know, at least you're starting somewhere.
I agree. But bottom line is you gotta help yourself, and then you'll get that boost.
A boost.
The boost. All right, so let's see. Let's move on. For men especially, how different is the expectation now versus growing up in the 80s, 90s when showing emotion could get you judged or mocked? As a man,
I can't answer that because I am not a man.
she is not a man.
I'm not.
Absolutely. I mean, even to this day, you get judged and mocked for that stuff. It's like, it's not manly to, be weak or suffer from depression or anxiety or have anything like that. Like, it is more accepted now, but especially as a dude, you're just supposed to suck it up and man up, right? So I don't know. It's I think it's better now for a guy, but at the same time, you still have that you're a guy, suck it up, buttercup.
Right.
It's still there. It's not gone.
Yeah.
So
No, I think that sucking it up is kind of a little bit difficult sometimes.
yeah, I think so. So yeah, so you know what? I was dealing with a bunch of stuff till I don't know, maybe a year or so ago. So I don't even know how I stumbled. It might have even been on the socials. So I met a few people. It's particularly for guys is what I'm involved in right now. And one of the best things ever, like it really helped me out. It really it got me, I mean, to where I'm at this point. So are you okay over there?
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. So that's another thing, especially for you guys out there. Sorry, we're a little distracted, but and this for the ladies too, not only the guys, but the guys the guys especially, right? One helpful thing, at least for me, is I found a bunch of dudes that are basically in the same boat and like-minded, and we get together, we talk. There's no judgment, stuff like that. And I think that helps a lot. So you guys out there, find a group, any group, online. If you find a group in like maybe your church, local church, I don't know where else they would have these groups, but the one I've made a few good friends too through this. So like the people that I met were life coaches, couple of guys One's Cliff Shuffler. He's on TikTok a lot. My other friend, Gary Holtz, he's with Northman Coaching. Great guys. And there's a Northman Brotherhood that I'm a part of. And they meet almost every day. Guys talk it out and bring what's bothering them to the table. And yeah, but I really recommend everyone out there find like-minded people, ladies too, like-minded ladies, and talk it out, discuss it. That's one way to start healing, right? Getting it all out. So what say you, dear?
Yeah, I think it's important to, as much as Joel and I are like super close and together all the time,
Yes, we're inseparable.
I'm never gonna fully understand all of his emotions. Like, I understand him as a husband, as a, I guess, spouse, best friend, frenemies, whatever, you know. I understand all those aspects of him, but there's just sometimes where we don't see eye to eye with things, and it's just because we think different, you know. I mean, I'm still looking for a women's group, even, but I wanted to do kind of like a live thing to where, you know, it's like face to face in a group, like not online. I'm still looking, but you know, I think it's important, you know, for him to have his little sessions with, you know, the guys. And it's important for us as women to kind of take time for ourselves away from our husbands and household duties and all that.
And I want to kind of throw this out there. And it's not, don't join a group that's like there to just BS the whole time. It's not, that's not what it's about. It's about digging deeper, right? It's like, so like, you're not going to get together with your girlfriends and talk about, you know, how your husband farts in his sleep.
No,
but no, that's not, don't find a group like that. That's not.
There has to be a balance between just gabbing and actually getting work done.
Right.
You know, like I say, and this is kind of one of my favorite things, is there's a time and a place for everything. You know, it doesn't mean that you can't goof around with your group, but you have to handle the important things.
Handle your business.
Right.
Yeah.
Once that's out of the way, if you guys want to sit around and talk about farts and boobs and stuff, then, well, that's what guys do, you know?
Yeah, I don't really talk about farts and boobs. Well, maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Maybe we'll edit that part out.
Why?
No, we're unscripted, so we'll talk about farts.
There's nothing wrong with boobies and farts.
Anyways. All right, back then, you might hear one opinion from a parent or teacher. Now there are thousands of voices online. Is that helping people understand themselves or confusing them more?
Confusing. There is something called, we've talked about it before, toxic, what was it?
Was it toxic positivity?
Yeah, toxic positivity. You have all these people claiming to be like mental gurus and health gurus telling you,
Yeah.
do this, don't eat this, and this will work. Stop taking medications. You're wasting your money. And they're always trying to kind of sell you something or sell you a story or sell you some
That
kind
is
of
true,
like
yeah.
course, which is fine. Make your money, but just be careful on who you follow and what advice you follow. Because to be honest, and you know this, not everybody's going to have your best interest at heart. Some people are just in it for the money, or for the clout or for whatever. You know, how many times have we heard about these like health gurus and health nuts, and you know,
They end up being kind of like
con
not
people,
what they are. Yeah.
right? You know, and not to say that everybody's like that, because you do have people like, you know, Joel and I who genuinely do want to start a community and, you know, boost people up, entertain them, whatever, you know. you just have to be careful on who you follow with that type of stuff. You know, we've always said it, and we have the disclaimer, we're not professional anythings.
Not at all.
You know, we're just two people who have dealt with a lot of mental issues and a lot of situations in life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just it. You know, my goal is to, you know, find people out there that have been through kind of similar things. And why not start a community and uplift each other instead of dragging each other down? You know, things are so messed up in the world right now that, you know, I've been told that this show has kind of been a release for people. You know, it's like therapy without going to therapy, or, you know, a lot of people feel this way and just don't have anybody that they think would understand. And then you listen to the show, or you listen to one of our older podcasts, and it's like you connect. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for connections, you know. I mean, are we trying to sell a book and maybe merchandise at some point? Maybe, you know, but that's not the main objective, at least not
No,
for us.
not
You
at
know,
all.
not for me. I just, like I
Well,
said, it's always.
like I said before, I barely sell my book. So yeah, I'm not in it for that. I mean, like, whatever.
No, and again, it's to build community. You know,
Yeah.
shoulder to shoulder, brick by brick. You kind of,
Oh no.
you build your communities like that, right, AJ?
She went there. She went there. That's a little inside joke.
It's
for
an
you.
inside joke, guys. Don't don't take it seriously.
No, but seriously, shoulder to shoulder, brick by brick.
Build community.
Yep. She went there. All right, one more. And let's see. In the 80s and 90s, great period of time, by the way, people coped quietly. Music, isolation, maybe bad habits. Today, coping tools are everywhere. Do you think we're actually coping better now?
Some of us are better than others, let's be honest.
I don't know. I guess there's a lot more distractions now
Oh, for sure.
than there was before. I mean,
So
there's
many.
with the internet, and like when we were growing up, there was no internet. There was no one was carrying cell phones around everywhere.
All we had was that little snake game, remember?
Yeah, well, that's when cell phones started to come out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We didn't have the smart gadgets we have now.
I mean, we're from a period of time where, I mean, that stuff didn't exist. Internet didn't exist. Cell phones didn't exist. What else didn't exist?
PlayStations.
Well, there was video games, but not like the advanced stuff now.
No. And it was easier to put that stuff down because, you know, you got tired of playing the same levels over and over and just moved on to something
Yeah,
else.
because you actually like went and did stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's not like now where you just sit in front of a TV for 16 hours.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I said, there's a lot more distractions now that can, I mean, they both can help and hurt you. Like you got a lot more stuff you can do now that'll kind of get your mind off of that bad stuff, like hobbies or whatever. There's a lot more stuff. But then at the same time, those same things can also
Be
become
distractions.
of the real problem.
Yeah.
So they help you avoid what needs to be done.
Definitely.
So it's kind of a fine line.
Yeah. But again, you have to take the initiative and the responsibility to want to make
Yes.
time to make yourself feel
I
better.
agree. I agree. The word responsibility is huge there.
Yeah.
You have to be responsible. You have to be the one to want to fix it and take initiative.
Right. I know that there are times where I'm just like so like far gone in my thoughts and depression. I won't answer my phone, or I'll turn it off, or I'll I'm not as attached to communicating with people, and I go for a walk, and it's just listening to music and walking, and it's just like, that's one of my favorite things to do. It's a distraction. You have to find ways to kind of not only distract yourself, but kind of let the stress out. Whether it's
You got to have some sort of release.
right, walking. Some people like to read. Other people like to, go to the gym or whatever it is that
Yeah.
you find. Just stick to that activity. So,
Absolutely.
yes.
And with that, I think we're going to call it a day. That was a good discussion, I think.
I think so. It leaves room for a lot of discussion, too.
Oh, this is a never-ending thing.
No, I mean, with the cultural stuff alone, that could be like a whole thing on its own.
That could be a mini-series.
It could.
A mini-series.
But be easy on yourself. I think that we forget that it's okay to have emotions and to feel the way that you feel. And there's nothing wrong with it. There is no, like, everybody has issues right now. Nobody is, like, living life on skate.
No one's on easy street.
No.
Well,
I mean, if you
Well,
have
if you got a-
billions of dollars,
Well,
then
if you got $1 bajillion,
no,
maybe.
no. And here's the thing that we forget too. Look at how many artists and musicians that have millions of dollars in the bank and have
they're-
thriving, and they committed suicide. Kurt Cobain, Robin Williams, just to name two off the top of my head. And that's just the beginning of a list that just goes on and on. So money doesn't solve everything.
It does not.
No. So just remember that it's okay to feel shitty every once in a while, and it's okay to be sad and to be angry and just cry.
Yeah, you're a human being. You're allowed.
Yes.
I mean, you're allowed.
Yep.
Very good, Mrs. Rosario.
Yes.
All right. Guys, don't forget the website, sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com. Give us a visit over there. We try to keep it updated. Try. I know some people out there are like, oh, there's that word try.
Try.
I will keep it updated. Gloria will keep it updated. You're in charge now, lady. It's okay. Yeah, but check out the website, sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com. If you want to drop us an email, it could be anything you guys want to share. You guys got ideas for shows. You want to, complain about Gloria's,
Weird faces.
weird faces in the camera.
I'm trying to do better.
You're doing just fine, lady. Yeah, give us a shout at sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit us on the socials. We're pretty active on the socials. If you want to engage with us, start conversations or anything. TikTok is the most popular one. Just search my name out. You'll find me. If you want to check out Glow and her stuff and you want to talk to Glow, her handle on TikTok is Glowster, Gloster. And you can give her a shout on there. And is there anything you would like to talk about or add or anything, ma'am?
Yes. I'm not as active on TikTok. I mean, I'm gonna make an effort. No, better yet, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna apply
Hold on.
myself.
Pause. You guys heard that, right? I always harp on her about that. You gotta be more social.
Yeah, I'm not very social, so I'm gonna force myself this week to kind of upload content and just kind of be more active on there. But anyways,
Hold on, this is the face of him. That's what she says. Be more social with social media.
can you stop interrupting me, please?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Rosario. Go ahead.
Yes.
All
So
eyes are
right now I'm not as active, but I will be a lot more active on what was it, Gloucester?
Wow.
What Joel said. But anyways,
What he said.
what he said. Outside
Yeah.
of that, if you guys would like to listen to my podcast, I release episodes every Sunday. Like I said, I had my brothers on recently. This week I'm gonna be by myself, so kind of touching base and just kind of going back to my brother's episodes to kind of
Kind of a recap.
yeah, and there's a lot of stuff that we kind of left unsaid.
Left unsaid, yeah.
yeah. But they'll be back again sooner rather than later, I hope. But anyways, I am currently looking for guests on my podcast. When you get a sec, go check it out. It's Glowing Off Script. That's GLOING off script. And you guys can also reach out to me at glowingoffscript@yahoo.com. Again, that's without the W, so it's GLOING offscript@yahoo.com. If you'd like to be a guest, I am currently looking for people. Just let me know. I'm always looking.
All right.
Yes.
So go check out Glowing Off Script. Seriously, guys, it's great. Last episode was great. Yeah, it was a good conversation. And since we're making announcements and stuff, hold on a second.
Is he prepared? Yes, he's prepared.
Guys, my book, May December End, The Ballad of Joey Wow, words.
Words,
The
Joel.
Ballad of Joey Flowers. It's available right now on Amazon, Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble's Nook device, and Barnes & Noble. So there it is. Pick up your copy today. Thank you for those who have picked it up. I appreciate you. And do we have anything else we would like to say or do? Or
No, I think that's pretty much it. We've covered everything, right?
I think so. And if we didn't, we'll be back anyways.
Yes.
All right, guys. So we really appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, either the audio only or the actual video. Seriously, we really appreciate it. Please like, follow, subscribe, spread the word about us. Tell people where they can catch us. And yeah, we truly appreciate it. So yes, thank you very much. We will see you on the next episode, and hopefully we don't screw up the ending of this because we were having issues with the outro before. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for listening. We will see you on the next episode.
Bye.